you're losing brain cells. And the longer you stay in Washington, the more rapid the pace. But think about that. Age 3. Another statistic shows that you can accurately predict what a child's 10th grade reading scores will be from their knowledge of the alphabet in kindergarten. All this means that we don't have time when it's losing. We don't have time to lose when it comes to teaching our kids the skills they need to succeed in life. And the fact is that a lot of our kids are behind. A lot of our kids in Chicago and Illinois and in America are behind. Anybody who's spent time in inner city neighborhoods in Chicago and meets 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, you will see that in their eyes is the same sparkle and the same promise and the same curiosity and the same imagination of any child anywhere. And yet, you see those children 5 years later, and all too often you see a dark shroud that's before them. They've lost that spark. They've gotten a sense that they're behind. They've shut down, not wanting to acknowledge the fact that their opportunities are constricted. And we've lost them. And anybody who's spent time out there sees it. So ideally, in these early years, it should be parents who are doing the teaching. And if you want to talk about an ounce of prevention, I think it starts with mom and dad talking to kids and reading to kids and turning off the TV. But of course, we know that a part of the changed world in which we live now involves more moms working, more single parents, more of those who love their children just as fiercely as we do, but may not have the tools, the knowledge. Their lives may not be sufficiently organized in order for them to provide what they would like their children to have. 61% of all mothers with children under 3 are in the workforce today. Over 70% of single moms have jobs. This means that every day, millions of American children are spending their most formative years in some type of preschool or child care program, which could present a great opportunity for learning, except for the fact that early childhood education in this country today is either unaffordable or inadequate. One study shows that over 1/3 of all child care programs have been rated so poorly that they are in danger of harming a child's development. For low-income children, the quality is even worse. Half of all children eligible are still not enrolled in Head Start, and only half of our 3- and 4-year-olds are enrolled in school. Now, it'd be one thing if we didn't know what to do about this problem. If the solutions were too difficult, if the programs weren't effective, if there were technical barriers to implementation. But study after study after study shows just how much of a difference early childhood programs make in the lives of our children, and we know what high-quality early childhood programs look like. Children in these programs, including low-income children, are more likely to score higher in reading and math, more likely to graduate high school, more likely to attend college, more likely to commit fewer crimes, more likely to hold a job, more likely to earn more on that job. It's no wonder that James Heckman, an economist at the University of Chicago, has said that it actually makes business sense to invest in early childhood education since it's likely to, quote, generate substantial savings to society and to promote higher economic growth by improving the skills of the workforce. With all this information, with all the good we've seen these programs do for our children, we're still stuck all too often with political leaders who think that when it comes to caring and educating for our children at an early age, we are each and every one of us on our own. How do you explain the budget that the administration in Washington just put forward that would result in 300,000 fewer receiving child care? How else would you explain the attempt to eliminate Even Start, cut Head Start, and slash early literacy programs. We know what we need to do here. The rest of the nation needs to look to Illinois to see what can happen when you bring business and government and parents and social service organizations together to provide opportunity for children. I want to commend the leadership of Governor Rod Blagojevich, working with organizations like OUNCE. As a consequence of their work, Illinois is a place where we've increased early childhood education funding by $90 million over 3 years. I see at least two of my former colleagues in the state legislature, Kwame Raoul and Jeff Schoenberg, who've been leaders on that, and they deserve a round of applause for their outstanding work. I know there are some other state legislators here. Who else is here? No? Well, they're doing good stuff. The place where 75,000 3- and 4-year-olds are participating in the state's pre-kindergarten program happens to be right here in Illinois. We're a state where the governor's Preschool for All initiative will make us the first state in the nation to offer high-quality preschool to all 3- and 4-year-olds, which is an enormous achievement. There is no reason why we can't do this all across the country. There's no reason why we can't ensure adequate child care and health care are provided to every single low-income child who needs it. There is no good reason that quality after-school programs shouldn't be available to any child who needs it, no matter what their age. And there's no reason we should be the only industrialized country in the world without paid maternity leave. No reason we shouldn't have leave for moms and dads so parents can give their child the best possible start in life at the earliest possible moment. So, here at the Ounce of Prevention, you've shown us that we can get here. Now the rest of the nation needs to listen, and it needs to listen soon. More than 50 years ago, a Chilean teacher named Gabriela Mistral said, and I quote, "Many things can wait. Children cannot. Today their bones are being formed, their blood is being made, their senses are being developed. To them we cannot say tomorrow. Their name is today." The Ounce of Prevention has been naming our children today since the earliest days of its founding. Now, as a nation, when it comes to our kids, we need to start naming our policies, our politics, and our priorities today as well. I know that everybody in this room will be a partner in that process. I want you to know that I am going to be lockstep, arm in arm with you in this fight. I appreciate your work. Keep it up, and let's keep on going on behalf of our children. Thank you very much, everybody.